Now back home, logistics company Arshiya International has come up with 160 acres of free trade warehousing zone in Panvel, which is near Mumbai. Now apart from this, the company is also coming up with 4 such zones which would help cater the huge logistic demand in the country. Now my colleague George Koshi visited the zone. He also spoke with Arshiya International's MD about their plans going forward.
165-acre free trade warehousing zone, which is already operational. The MD of Arshiya, Mr. Ajay Mittal, if I could possibly ask you, almost before time, if you would really put it through, 5 zones across India, really, how do you plan to take this business forward?
Well, I don't think it's really before time at all. In fact, we are late in the day in terms of what kind of growth patterns we are seeing in this country. We're talking of double-digit growth. And this kind of infrastructure is badly needed. And I think, any kind of infrastructure in India will create its own demand. So I don't think we're at all ahead of time. If you see what we've operationalized as of now, the first zone and only 3 warehouses, they are running at about 115% capacity, which is huge capacity utilization in any kind of a warehousing facility. The kind of benefits that we're bringing to the table in terms of growth in the economy is just enormous. And these zones, I think not 5. Our country needs about 50 of such zones to really take advantage of what is happening in countries like Dubai or in countries like Singapore, which have actually built their whole country's model or economy based on such kind of zones and such kind of concepts.
So in case of funding, how are you placed at the moment? Also for your new projects, how are you raising money?
Well, we have 5 projects which are going on as of now. The free trade warehousing zone in Mumbai, which is the first phase and the second phase. We've got the domestic distillery park in Khurja, UP. We have the free trade warehousing zone in Khurja, UP. We have the free trade warehousing zone in Nagpur and the 30 rakes and 1 major rail terminal in Khurja, UP. So all these projects are at about 3,600 crores, 3,700 crore capex, and out of which about 2,600 crores is the debt element and about 1,000 crores is the equity element, out of which 700 crores of equity has already been infused. The rest of the 300 crores will need to be put in by us over the next couple of years, which through our cash flows as we see right now, we would be able to fund it through internal accruals itself. Going further with our footprint, as I mentioned, that we'd like to have a few more free trade warehousing zones, as well as domestic distillery park and many more trains and rail terminals. That's in the second phase. I'm not yet mandated to look at that second phase. So I really am not looking at raising any equity at this point of time.
Let's take a quick break. We'll come back, look at the headlines again, and Jaggu will be here with Satya Satta.